Hello, insiders! Newsflash time. Hope you guys are having a good week. Let's just get right into it. First item, we are running a small experiment around mid-roll ads. So if you have mid-roll ads enabled, this update is for you. We're running a 1% experiment for a couple of weeks that will replace manual ad break placement with auto-generated placement for mid-roll ads. Don't worry, if you've already enabled auto-generated placement, nothing will change for you. But the goal of the experiment is to measure the creator and user impact when auto-generated placement for mid-roll ads is enabled. So if there's any kind of major changes as a result of this experiment, we'll of course be sure to share that with you. Next, a update from the Google search team. They have launched an enhancements to surface time anchors in a video. So when you search for a video that has multiple steps, let's say, or a long video where you've got timestamps in the description, search will provide links to the key moments within the video in the search results based on the timestamps that are provided by content creators. So another good reason, if you have long videos, to provide timestamps. Next, we continue to improve the desktop upload experience, and we're going to start rolling it out as a default to all creators in the next few weeks. It'll be rolled out gradually. We'll measure a lot of things to make sure it's working well, and certainly we'll be looking for your feedback. And there will be an escape hatch back to the classic upload flow if for some reason the new upload flow is not working for you. However, it's already been in early testing and it's been available in the studio beta for some time, and everybody that's used it for the most part says they prefer it to the classic upload flow. So it's going to be more reliable. It allows you to work on all aspects of the publication, including end screens and info cards, as part of the workflow. Now, we're still working on the ability to upload multiple files simultaneously. So if you need to upload several files in bulk, please click on the escape hatch to use the legacy classic uploader. But if you're not doing bulk uploads, I only use the new studio beta upload flow. It's better in every way, trust me. And if you don't agree, put your comments below on what we could do to make that new upload flow better, and we will try to get right on it. Speaking of the studio beta, we are having a call out for anyone that wants to create a short video with feedback on how we can improve the studio beta, or tips and tricks on how to get the most out of the studio beta. And what we'll do is try and take some of those videos and feature it in an upcoming Creator Insider video so that your advice or your feedback can be seen by all creators. And we definitely are interested in the constructive feedback as well as any tips and tricks or suggestions. Next, we have seen a question come up in comments a lot. And so we want to do a little mini myth bust. The question was, how important is categorization of the video? So let's say, as an example, you categorize your video as news and politics, but it's really an educational video. How will that affect your video views or whether it gets recommended? And so we talked to folks on the search and discovery team, and they said probably won't impact it. Our systems have learned that these creator-provided categories are not very helpful in understanding a video or who would want to watch it. So we have other ways to try and predict that. And so we don't use that self-categorization in very significant ways. So don't really sweat it too much. Next, a stories experiment. We are testing what content to show on the stories shelf on the homepage. This will only be seen by a small audience. But if you're in the experiment, you may see some short videos that are not stories in the stories shelf. During the experiment, there is no way to request that your uploads be added to that stories shelf. It's really just a small kind of experiment just to see if that gives the viewers a better experience. That's it for this week. Hope that was helpful. In the meantime, keep it real. Okay, movie time. Last week's movie was, quote, was from $1 Million Baby. And the first person to guess that correctly was the channel NYC Rocks, which is a travel channel that focuses on cruises, as far as I can tell. So feel free to check it out if you're interested in that topic. Okay, for this week's movie quote, I went way back in time. This is from my high school days. So this is going to be late 80s, early, really early 90s. And so if you were not born at that time, this is going to be hard for you. Or if you're not watching movies at that time, this is going to be hard. Some hints: beautiful cinematography, absolutely gorgeous screenplay. This is one of those movies where I almost feel like reading the screenplay is more entertaining than watching the movie. And then the cinematography is so beautiful that you could watch it on mute and still have it be beautiful. Just a really special movie. Okay, takes place in the early 1900s. Two people talking. Think about what protecting Bernie gets us. Think about what offending Casper loses us. Oh, come on, Tommy. You know I don't like to think. Yeah? Well, think about whether you should start. This is basically a consigliere talking to a mob boss, but he's not called a consigliere because it's not Godfather. If you know the name of that movie, put it in the comments below, and we will give you a shout out on the next Creator Insider Update.